Hey, what's up guys, it's Diego here, and today I'm gonna be unboxing Snoop Dogg's Doggystyle. And the reason I did air quotes is because I already unboxed it. I lost footage, I'm gonna just leave it at that, right? But yeah, this is Snoop Dogg Doggystyle. This specifically is the 30th anniversary edition. This came out in 1993, of course. And this edition is special not only because it celebrates 30 years of Doggystyle, right? But it comes with a limited edition vinyl. But yeah, so unfortunately I did open this already, but due to unforeseen circumstances, let's just say that the footage got lost. But here's the classic cover, which, you know, just the cover itself. I know this might be controversial, but I'm not a huge fan of the cover. I like it only because it's iconic. It's already solidified in rap, right? It just looks kind of weird to me, even as a little kid, right? I always thought this was bizarre. I don't know. But I guess it's pretty funny. It extends further with these comics, or this comic. Yeah, if you want to take a pause and take a look here. Yeah, there's a lot you could say about this album, right? I won't repeat what people have already said, but Snoop and Dr. Dre, let's not forget Dre had a huge part of this, but Snoop and Dre are the pioneers of the G-Funk era, if I'm not mistaken. So when I think of Snoop Dogg, I just don't think of him on his own. I think of him and Dr. Dre. That's when Snoop was at his best. So yeah, this is kind of nasty actually. Look, I kind of like, I look at it, but I don't pay attention. It's kind of disgusting if you ask me. But yeah, Doggystyle. Obviously his name is Snoop Dogg, right? But I think that Doggystyle represents just more than the sex move, right? I truly think the dog, like the dog personality, represents a lot of like rappers' personalities, because you have different type of breeds, right? Different type of regions that rappers come from, and not all rappers or not all dog breeds are the same. Maybe just men in general, right? Like they always joke around like, oh, you're such a dog. The word Doggystyle extends beyond just like a cheeky joke. I think it represents a whole lot more, but I won't get into that because I realize I just ramble a lot. That was side C and D, this is side A and B, but I just want to clarify how clear the vinyl is. Like I could see the camera through this, you know? Not a lot of vinyl is this clear, and you know, as dorky as it seems, this shit excites me because just look how clear it is. I hate when they say like, oh, clear transparent vinyl, right? And it's like a milky color. Like, you know, I don't want to get nasty, but there's another thing that's kind of milky, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll compare it with the Chronic, the Dr. Dre Chronic album, which fitting, right? Considering how we're talking about Dr. Dre and the G-Funk era. Yeah, the Doggystyle vinyl is the most clear vinyl I've ever had, because look, check this shit out. This is transparent clear, supposedly, right? This is a Target exclusive, but look, I can't even see the camera. It looks all blurred. So comparing these two, you know what I mean? This is the clearest translucent, transparent vinyl. But yeah, this is pretty dope for the 30th anniversary. I saw this and I had no idea this came out last year. And I bought it immediately because I've been listening to a lot of Snoop Dogg. This album specifically, I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the West Coast. But to be quite honest with you, that whole Kendrick Lamar, that whole performance that he did with the entire West Coast behind him, really inspired me to go back and revisit a lot of West Coast artists. So for perspective, when I was very little, like 5, 6 years old, I started listening to rap via West Coast music, right? So N.W.A, lots of N.W.A, Ice Cube. Ice Cube is my favorite rapper from the N.W.A. Luckily, one of his albums on cassette tapes, America's Most Wanted. I truly think he was the best. He's very ahead of his time. I listened to a lot of West Coast, Tupac. Me Against the World is my favorite Tupac album of all time. But yeah, I used to love West Coast hip hop, and then, you know, I started growing up And then I started listening to East Coast, a lot of Biggie Smalls, a lot of Wu-Tang Clan. And that's where I really fell in love with hip hop, listening to lots of Nas. The hip hop sound was just very gritty, very, very loud, very brash in your face, right? Especially with acts like Onyx. Big L did it a little more smoothly in my opinion, but you know, that East Coast to me has a lot of that like loud, crass volume to it. But so did like N.W.A. They were very, very aggressive, very, very like unpolished in a way. And it wasn't until Dre and Snoop kind of like defined that G-Funk sound and made gangster rap very, very, very smooth. And the funny thing is that a lot of East and West Coast artists sampled the same like funky sounds, but I think that Snoop and Dre did it, well, mostly Dre primarily, right? But Dre did it in a way that was just silky smooth, like as smooth as the original songs. And it was a very good juxtaposition, right? Like even though what they were saying was gangster as fuck, like it was so smooth that you had fun with it, right? And I think that's what the West Coast flavor adds to hip hop, is that they'll be talking about the craziest shit ever, but as long as it's on a G-Funk beat, you know, you can kind of get away with saying anything. But yeah, this album is fantastic. I would go as far as to say it's a pretty perfect album. You have classics like Gin and Juice, Murder Was the Case, which was, you know, a very hard time for Snoop Dogg. Who Am I? Ain't No Fun is one of my favorite songs of all time. When it plays, you can't help but to rap or sing along with it. So, you know, this album has a lot of classics. Even like some of the underrated songs, I don't really hear people talk about La Di Da Di. It's one of my favorite songs because he pays homage to one of his favorite artists, Slick Rick, right? And Slick Rick is really, you know, he's an OG. He's like the true godfather of rap in many ways, right? There's a lot of godfathers in rap. But yeah, he pays respects to his hero. And I think that's very cool. He does it in a way that's, you know, derivative, but very unique in his own way. He was paying homage, in other words. So that's one of my favorite songs, I mean, from this album. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say about this album. I kind of wanted to do a quick video. I know I've been lagging on videos and I apologize. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing. You know, let me know in the comments or by, you know, giving me a like or a subscription. I wouldn't mind that. Here's to more videos in the future. I might just expand. I like talking a lot, right? Even though there's no one to talk to, just my camera and I. But I pretend that, you know, there's a wide audience of people that are interested enough to hear what I'm saying. But yeah, who knows? I might branch off into everything and anything. You know, Old Dirty Diego channel is more of a variety channel, so you know, there's lots for me to talk about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I hope you guys have a dope day. Peace.